Hi there, Super Family. This is Super Chat with Misters 2023, episode 4. I'm Ivan, and today I will be joined by our next wonderful group of Mr. Supranational 2023 candidates. Please welcome, along with me, Mr. Supranational Cuba.
Hello, Ivan.
Mr. Supranational Mexico.
Hi.
Mr. Supranational Peru.
Hello.
Mr. Supranational Puerto Rico.
Hi.
Mr. Supranational United States.
Hey.
Mr. Supranational Venezuela.
Hello, Ivan.
Mr. Supranational Panama.
Hi.
Hi, guys. So great to see you here, and thanks for joining Super Chat today. Before each of you will be given 30 seconds to introduce yourselves, let me remind our audience that each of you can support your favorite contestant and make him one step closer to his dream of becoming the new Mr. Supranational. You can just check out the description box below this video. There's a voting link there. Click through and vote in our app for your favorite candidates. Very simple, but they will be very grateful to you for that. So guys, if you're ready, let's get down to your short introductions. Hello, Mr. Supranational Cuba. Welcome to the Super Family. Can you please briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, Ivan. Well, my name is Richard Acosta. I'm 27 years old, and I'm Mr. Supranational Cuba 2023. Very excited with the title and very honored to represent my country internationally. I am currently a business administration student, as well as I work for a bank in USA. In my free time, I actually love to travel because it helped me to understand and learn about different cultures around the world.
Great meeting you, Richard. Mr. Supranational Mexico, welcome to the Super Family, and could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hola, soy Luis Carlos García Cuadra.
Hello, I'm Luis Carlos García Cuadra.
Soy de Lázaro Cárdenas, Michoacán, México.
I'm from Lázaro Cárdenas, Michoacán, México.
Tengo 30 años de edad.
I'm 30 years old.
Soy dentista y modelo profesional.
I'm a dentist and a professional model.
Me gusta jugar fútbol, me encantan los peces, la naturaleza.
I like to play soccer, I like fish and nature.
Okay, great meeting you, Luis Carlos. Hello, Mr. Supranational Peru. Welcome to Super Chats. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hola, soy Estefano Bermellón, Mr. Supranational Perú 2023.
Hello, my name is Estefano Bermellón and I am Mr. Supranational Peru 2023.
Soy pintor, modelo y actor y me encanta el arte.
I am an actor, I'm an artist, and I love art.
Además de los deportes y la cultura.
As well as sports and everything related to culture.
Great to meet you, Stefano. And here he is, Mr. Supranational Puerto Rico. Hello and welcome to the Super Family. Welcome to Super Chats. And could you please briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
My name is Rafael. I'm a school psychologist in Puerto Rico. I consider myself honest, having empathy, having respect for each other. That's the three words that describe me.
Okay, great to meet you.
I'm passionate about traveling, going to the gym. That's the things that describe me the most.
Thank you for your introduction. Hi there, Mr. Supranational United States. Welcome to the Super Family and so happy to see you in Super Chats. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yeah, how's it going, guys? My name is Daniel Zamita, 23 years, fun, 6'2", getting taller every day. I'm Mr. Supranational United States 2023. I'm born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona. It's the Valley of the Sun, one of the hottest places in the world. Can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. And yeah, I had a great childhood growing up in Arizona. It was a really cool opportunity to be able to build from my own community. My community really raised me, gave me all the opportunity and privilege that I have now. So now I'm living my dream. You know, I live in California now, Los Angeles. I'm an actor, model, flight attendant. Really, if you name it, I'm probably gonna do it, or I have done it already. And yeah, I just like to experience life, and I'm very fortunate for this opportunity, and I'm happy to be here.
Great meeting you, Daniel. Mr. Supranational Venezuela, hi and welcome to the Super family. Happy to see you in Super Chats. Can you please briefly introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, Ivan. It's great to see you again. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Jorge Eduardo Núñez. I'm 28 years old. I'm a civil engineer and I'm certified in nutrition and sport supplementation. I'm a sportsman and athlete, and I currently work as a nutritional consultant and personal trainer. I love to help people to improve their well-being through sports, exercise, and a good nutrition.
Great to meet you, Jorge, and welcome to the Super family. Mr. Supranational Panama, hello and welcome to the Super family. Can you please briefly introduce yourself?
Of course, thank you, Ivan. Hello, everyone. My name is Mario Bianco. I'm 28 years old, and I'm so proud to represent my country, Panama. We are a small country, but we have a big heart, and I'm so proud to represent it.
Great
Thank
meeting you, Mario. Thanks for joining Super Chat. Thank you, guys. Now it's time to gain a deeper insight into your personalities. Next up, we have personal questions for you. Richard, Mr. Supranational Cuba, here's your personal question. You describe yourself as a very competitive person. Who do you see as your biggest competition during this experience, Mr. Supranational experience, and why?
As of right now, I've been checking out the other competitors, and I honestly don't try to find a competition against myself because I feel that I am my own competition. So I just try to be better in what I'm doing in my preparation and getting ready to meet you guys over there in Poland. So I feel that I am my own competition to this finals.
Yeah, great answer. Thank you, Richard. Mr. Supranational Mexico, Luis Carlos, here's your personal question. As a dental surgeon, why did you decide to enter a beauty pageant?
No pasaba por mi cabeza.
It wasn't on my mind, honestly.
Era un reto para mí entrar a un concurso de belleza.
It was a challenge for me to enter to a beauty pageant.
Quiero aprender cosas nuevas y experimentar.
I wanted and I want to learn new things and experiment new things.
Quiero experimentar cosas que nunca he hecho, aprender.
I want to learn things that I haven't before.
Y es lo que más me ha motivado, aunque no es nada pegado a lo de dentista.
And it is what has motivated me, even though it's nothing like a dentist.
Pero sé que esto me va a ayudar a crecer mucho más como persona y como profesional.
But I know this is gonna help me to grow and develop more as a person and as a professional.
Yeah. Thank you, Luis Carlos. Mr. Supranational Peru, here's your personal question. What personality quality are you most proud of, and how are you using it to inspire others?
Considero que soy una persona muy empática, que trata de entender a la gente.
I consider myself a very empathic person, and I'm always trying to help others around me.
Lo que aprendo por las personas que tienen más experiencia que yo, lo enseño a distintas personas de distintas generaciones.
What I learn from others around me, I try to give to other kids or people around me.
Considero que los valores y los principios son muy importantes en esta sociedad.
I believe that values are the most important thing or aspect that we can give one another.
Y es el granito de arena que todo se debe hacer.
And it is what every human being should give and respect towards others.
Totally agree. Thank you, Stefano. Mr. Puerto Rico, here's your personal question. Tell us something one of your family members taught you that you will never forget.
Something that a family member taught me that I will never forget is my grandma. She used to take care of 3 generations, so I learned to take care of the loved ones and giving my heart to them, giving an example, make them feel safe. And like I said before to my friends and my family, make people feel like you're a safe place to them. So that's the thing I learned from my grandmother. That's the most
Okay,
important thing I learned.
Yeah, thanks for your answer. Daniel, Mr. Supranational United States, here comes your personal question.
All right.
In your biography, you said you were fortunate to have some exceptional teachers in your life. Could you please tell us about one or two of them and what lessons they taught you that you are currently applying in your life?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for my mentors and teachers throughout my life. My number one mentor and teacher has to be my father. He was a high school teacher for 20 plus years. He just retired, and he taught me everything that I needed to know to be a good person. He was a very hands-off type of teacher. He taught me my lessons, really guided me along the way. But the best thing I think you can do as a mentor, specifically as a father, is really just in your children, trying to instill that knowledge in them, give them hope, allow them to dream big, and then kind of guide them along the way. It's like when you're bowling, those little bumpers you have, you know, you don't want to stop them from doing their thing. You don't want to do it for them, but you want to guide them along the way. So he was my number one teacher, and he taught me that teachers are real people too. You know, they're not just people who like get a paycheck or have to teach you a specific type of curriculum. You know, they're people, and specifically people that really care about, I think, the future in the community. At least in Arizona, teachers don't get paid very well. And so to go into a career of teaching, I mean, it's more than just the money. And I always saw that in my teachers, and specifically my high school teachers. One of my business teachers, I really taught me what it meant to, you know, be career savvy, be businesscal, and he gave me all the material that I needed, I think, to hold myself to a higher standard as a professional, understanding that the limit of others may not be the limit I put on myself, and always understanding that, you know, the mind is the most active muscle, and to always be treating the mind, always be training the mind. And just like how you're watching the sweets and all the junk food you eat, you really have to be mindful of all the things you allow inside of your mind, good or bad.
Yeah, right. Thanks for your answer, Daniel. Mr. Venezuela, here's your personal question. Jorge, you won Mr. Supranational Venezuela 1 year ago. How did you use the longer time to prepare to your own advantage?
Sí, efectivamente gané el año pasado y no pude viajar, pero creo que fue positivo. Traté de utilizar todo lo malo que sucedió para que me potenciara de alguna forma.
But I think that was a positive thing because I tried to use every obstacle to overcome that.
Por lo tanto, traté de mejorar en cada uno de los aspectos de mi vida en los que necesitaba potenciar.
That's why I tried to improve in every positive aspect.
Y es por eso que ahora me siento mucho más preparado y con mayor confianza y seguridad en mí mismo para realizar este reto.
And now I feel more prepared to accomplish this challenge.
Good luck then. Thank you. Mr. Supranational Panama, Mario, your personal question. Music is an important part of your family. What kind of influence did this have on your life?
Yes, of course. Well, I grew up with a lot of musicians. My father was a musician, my brother is a musician, and my grandma is a folklorist in my country. So I grew up surrounded by music. Beyond the vocal techniques or the singing lessons, I really enjoy the music. I feel the rhythm, the lyrics to my veins, and I think it's part of my DNA. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your answer, Mario. Perfect. Thank you very much for your answers. Now it's time to make superfans super happy. Next up, each of you will be asked a question from superfans community. Mr. Supranational Cuba, here's your question from superfans. What message would you like to send to young Cuban men?
To young Cuban men, definitely I will let them know that they have to fight for their dreams and their goals in life. Years ago, when I was a child in Cuba, I never thought I could be right now here competing internationally to represent my own country. And I'm here doing it. It's always been one of my dreams. And I fought for it and I went compete and prepare myself to do it. That's what I'm here. So just make sure that you follow your dreams and your goals in life.
Great advice and great answer. Thank you, Richard. Mr. Mexico, Luis Carlos, here's your question from Superfans community. What is one issue your country is facing today that worries you most? And what do you think can be done about it?
El problema principal de México es la inseguridad.
The most important problem about Mexico for me is the insecurity.
La inseguridad ha estado por muchos años.
The insecurity, and it has been for a lot of years.
Es muy complicado trabajar en ello porque es parte del gobierno, uno por más que quiere.
And it is a big problem and it hasn't been solved because of the government principally.
Tratamos de apoyar a las personas nuevas, a las nuevas generaciones para tener valores y educación.
We try to educate the new generations to be better and teach them that can't keep going.
Entonces yo creo que si nos vamos por la cuestión de la educación y los valores,
So if we take the education and the values, we can solve this problem for the new generations.
podemos cambiar el problema de la inseguridad
We can change the problem of this insecurity by that.
Hopefully. Thank you, Luis Carlos. Fan question to you, Mr. Supranational Peru. Stefano, if you could change one perception about these kind of competitions in your country, about male pageants, what would it be and why?
Inicialmente podría decir que es una plataforma integral que tiene muchos valores más allá de la belleza.
I believe, for starters, that this platform and the masculine platform of competition shows the integral aspects of being a male representative, and it is not only beauty.
Si podría decir, para cambiar alguna cosa, sería mejor decir mejorar ciertas cosas para poder tener una plataforma mucho más elaborada.
I believe that rather than changing the perspective of people that watch us, we have to make it very clear what we want to convey onto others.
Considero que la evolución es algo que es practicante en el futuro.
I believe that the evolution should be a key component of what we want to show.
Y es un camino que todos vamos a llegar, incluyendo esta organización.
And it's something that we have to make very clear when it comes to talking about our platform.
Thank you so much. Mr. Supranational Puerto Rico, Rafael, here's your question from Superfans community. In which way do you wish to impact the youth of your country, if you could?
Okay, if I could impact the youth of my country, I will say that I want to impact them with a role model. I want to make a role model that emanates respect, honesty, values, hardworking. I want to make people inspired by those things and make them feel that they can do whatever they want to do. Like they want to be someone, they be inspired to be that.
Yeah, thanks, Rafael. Mr. Supranational United States, here's your question from Superfans community. What is something other states in the United States of America can learn from the state you're currently living in?
Well, California, Los Angeles, they definitely are very keen with a lot of things. If you're really following any U.S. policy days, some states are continuing to make forward progress while other states are really taking a massive step back. Specifically with Roe v. Wade, women's right to choose, and transgender rights. California is at the forefront of really just putting people first, of listening to the people as well. When the people in your state are actively supporting groups and are actively asking for change, you have to serve your people. The government is supposed to serve the people. And so in other states, one of the greatest things about America is we are divided into states. So therefore, each state, by their own choice, can choose how they would like to govern themselves. However, we are the United States of America, and oftentimes we're not united as one. And so specifically, specific things like women's right to choose, transgender rights, California is, I think, the standard of how we should treat people, the opportunities we should give people. Anytime in life, if you strip someone of their opportunities, you're stripping someone of their freedom and you're stripping someone of their potential. So allowing people to have their most potential of loving themselves, being career oriented and not having to take a step back, or at the very least, listening to the people around you and just giving people a chance to really grow into themselves and putting the power back into people and not taking the power for yourself.
Yeah. Thanks for your answer, Daniel. Jorge, Mr. Supranational Venezuela, here's your question from Superfans community. What advice would you give you yourself from 10 years ago now, if you could?
El consejo sería muy sencillo, que siga intentando, no importa qué, no importa los obstáculos que la vida te presente, tú simplemente tienes que continuar y dar lo mejor de ti en todo lo que hagas.
The advice would be to keep trying no matter what. Challenge arises and give your best.
Thank you. Very motivating answer. Mario, Mr. Supranational Panama, here's your question from Superfans community. Who is your biggest inspiration in life and what have you learned from them?
Well, my biggest inspiration in life is my grandmother, Marixa. She's a teacher and she taught me a lot of values that I have today. And I'm so proud to be her grandson and see her legacy in my country. But she's definitely my biggest inspiration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you and say hi to Grandma. Thanks for your answers, guys. There's one more to go. Next up, we have one and the same general question for all of you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Richard, Mr. Supranational Cuba, now it's your turn to answer today's general question. Do you think tact, politeness, is more important than honesty? Or honesty is more important than tact? And please explain your answer.
I feel that both has a very important paper to show, but I am a true believer of trust, and I like to be a true worthy person. So I feel like being always honest with yourself and the people around you will give you a good environment and a good vibes for your life and your goals and all things that you're currently doing on your life.
Thanks for your opinion. Mr. Supranational Mexico, now it's your turn to answer today's general question. Do you think tact, like politeness, is more important than honesty? Or honesty is more important than tact, politeness? And can you please explain your answer?
Para mí, lo más importante es la honestidad.
For me, the most important thing is honesty.
Porque en mi caso, las personas honestas siempre atraemos a personas que también son honestas.
Because I know that honest people attract honest people, and that's the same like trait that you like attract.
Entonces creamos un ambiente de honestidad y así muchas más personas
Like that, we create an honest environment.
Se empiezan a empapar de ser buenas personas.
And as creating this environment, everyone else start to to be honest.
Por lo cual, creo que la honestidad es una parte fundamental y en mi caso,
That's why, in my case, I believe
soy alguien que soy honesto y me ha servido para ser exitoso en mi vida profesional.
Okay. That's why I believe that honesty it's been a very important part of my life, because that's how I have created an honest environment in my life and in my
Espiritual, emocional.
emotional and spiritual.
Okay, great answer. Thank you, Luis Carlos. Your turn, Mr. Supranational Peru, to answer our today's general question. Do you think tact or politeness is more important than honesty? Or honesty is more important than tact and politeness? And please explain your answer.
Definitivamente, cero es mucho más importante.
100% being honest is much more important.
Explicar a las personas algo que quizás a ti no te gusta o algo que sea inicialmente de ti debe ser escuchado.
Telling other people how you feel about what they're doing and in general terms what you are feeling is very important, and it helps you to be heard.
Somos seres humanos reales y tenemos que mostrarnos reales ante el mundo.
We are real human beings, and as such, we have to be real with others around the world.
Porque en esta vida, otra vez más, es importante saber de dónde vienes, dónde estás y hacia dónde vas.
Because in this life, it is important to know where you're going, what you're thinking, and where do you want to go.
Thank you very much, Stefano, and see you soon in Poland. Mr. Supranational Puerto Rico, now it's your turn to answer our today's general question. Do you think tact is more important than honesty? Or honesty is more important than tact? And please explain your answer.
I will say honesty is more important than everything for me. I explain why. Honesty open doors and keep them open. When you're honest, people see your value, how you appreciate them, and make the doors keep open for next opportunity. Make them feel comfortable, make them feel that you're approachable. I say that honesty is the most important thing. Maybe you can get something at the moment, but the honesty will give you something on the long way.
Yeah, very true. I totally agree with you, by the way. I'd also choose honesty. Thank you very much. Mr. Supranational United States, Daniel, now it's your turn to answer today's general question, which goes like this today. Do you think tact is more important than honesty, or honesty is more important than tact? And could you please explain your answer?
Okay, great question. I think everybody needs a dose of truth every now and then. And while it's great to be polite throughout your day and how you interact with people, true honesty, I think that shows how much you actually care about somebody. The most fortunate thing you can do for somebody is be honest with them. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of a compliment sandwich, but the two pieces of bread are usually compliments, like you're doing a great job and, hey, I really like what you're doing. And right in the middle of it, that's usually where you have the critique. And so that's a really good method to always be polite, be friendly with somebody, but then have that critique, whether that's, self-motivation, whether that's an actual thing that you're trying to achieve, little tweaks here and there. One of my big mantras is I don't try to change myself. I really just try to get 2% better every day. And that 2% can be anything. That could be the way you talk, what you're eating, what you allow inside your mind. And so holding yourself to a standard of improvement, I think then allows other people more of a free space to then help you along the way, making those little adjustments, that compliment sandwich.
Yeah, great answer. Thank you, Daniel. Now today's general question to you, Mr. Supranational Venezuela. Do you think tact is more important than honesty, or honesty is more important than tact? And explain your answer, please.
Realmente pienso que ambos son muy importantes. Son cosas en las que tenemos que tratar de mejorar siempre. Pero para mí la honestidad lo es todo.
I truly think that they are both really important and that we need to improve in those areas. But for me, honesty always should come first.
Cuando eres honesto, brindas confianza y eso es lo que necesitamos brindar hacia las personas, sobre todo nosotros que tenemos estas plataformas para poder darnos a conocer, y creo que cuando somos honestos logramos conectar con el público.
When you're honest, you're confident. And when we use this platform and we're honest, we have a bigger chance to impact society.
Pero siempre, por supuesto, teniendo tacto.
But always with tact.
Wow, wise answer. Thank you, Jorge. Mr. Supranational Panama, your turn to answer today's general question. Do you think tact is more important than honesty, or honesty is more important than tact? And please explain your answer.
Well, that's an interesting question. I believe honest is a better quality for men or woman. We need to be honest, so for a better society, for us a good communication with others. So definitely for me is honest.
Got you. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, guys. That's almost it. Before we call it a day, let me just once again remind our audience that you guys can help your favorite candidates advance to the next round of the competition by voting for them in our app. Check out the description box below this video. There's a voting link. And click through, vote, and support. That's it for now. Thank you guys for your time, and we'll see you soon in the next episode of Super Chat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.